All right, my brothers and sisters, welcome again to We Just Chillin' Radio with the Reverend Point Blank. So get ready for straight up facts and unfiltered truth of hot topic and news bites. Today, we are diving into the benefits of hemp for its medical use. Join us for the point blank moment as we cut through the noise to explore why it's essential for your health. Check it out.
I've heard whispers about the financial support your government receives from the drug industry.
Well, the irony of this, of course, is that this money, which is in the billions, is coming from your country.
I think people should have safe access to marijuana.
I don't want to go to federal prison for simply relieving my pain.
I practice in the area of criminal defense. My name is Sean Tabibian.
I'm 18 years HIV positive.
Well, right now I got MS.
People of the state of California have spoken. That is that you have the right to grow, cultivate, and possess medical marijuana.
Get the hell out of our lives! I don't like pills. I don't like your man-made stuff.
They took your medical marijuana from you?
Yes, they did.
And did they arrest you?
No.
I was caught with 359 starter plants out of about 150 plants that were 2 to 3 feet tall.
Once again, done illegally without a warrant.
We're talking about the DEA.
We're talking about the DEA.
Why would the government do this?
The Proposition 215 is a California state proposition. DEA serves under federal law, which does not recognize the state's rights to have their own propositions when it comes to medical marijuana.
The federal government's position is that it's illegal because they do not recognize the medicinal values of marijuana. They're waging a war against patients. It's pretty pathetic, actually. The feds are coming in and they're raiding the place, confiscating everything they have, and basically shutting them down. I actually represent a lot of places that have been raided in the past.
This right here, a person definitely has any back pains, joint pains, any things like that, migraines, stomach pains. This right here will definitely take care of.
First of all, I'm a patient. I'm 18 years HIV positive.
So what's your ailment? What's your sickness?
Depression.
And marijuana helps you with that?
Sure does.
I'm a chronic pain patient. Even standing here talking to you, moving my head, the little amount I am causes me pain.
Well, right now I got MS. It started off with a job injury, and I got hit in the head with a 50-pound power workstation. We was making a delivery, and off the elevator it fell and it got me in the head. I was falling and everything, and then I went and checked at Kaiser, and then they checked me and they found that I was suffering from MS, multiple sclerosis. So that's what I've been fighting.
How does the medical marijuana help you? What does it do?
It calms me down.
Well, how do you feel about the federal government and their effort to shut down the whole medical marijuana situation?
I don't like that at all. I'm wondering what they trying to do. They saying a majority of Californians, they love medical marijuana. It don't do no danger to anyone. Taken right, it's a good medication.
This is amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at another dispensary in Compton, the city of Compton, the hood, where brothers from the hood who are ill, sick, whatever the problem is, back pain, and you come with a referral from your doctor. Come to this location and get medical marijuana. What are you doing? This is marijuana, obviously.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is the medicine right here.
Okay, this is medical marijuana.
Yes, sir. What I'm doing is taking a lot of buds that I've composed of different strains, high quality product, and I'm just rubbing it over a 120 net, which is de-keefing it. And the keef I catch on a glass plate at the bottom, and that's just your most powerful medicine that you can get. So,
but the medication that you service your patients with is good enough.
Oh yeah.
To do the job for them.
Oh, definitely. This right here, a person definitely has any back pains, joint pains, any things like that, migraines, stomach pains. This right here will definitely take care of them.
They can't come in here unless they have a note from their doctor.
Have to have a medical recommendation before they can even make it through the front door.
So what does it look like under here? And you call this keef?
This is keef. And we have various forms of keef that we have right here that's already in. This is our train wreck keef right here.
And you say this is from the train wreck weed strain
exactly.
of marijuana, medical marijuana. I see.
Exactly. And then we have right here, this is our tangerine kush keef. And that's from the strain of tangerine kush.
I see.
Yeah, we have various hosts of concentrates right here, our Moroccan hash and so on and so forth. Yes, definitely.
So you package this up like you do this. You just put the powder inside. And how do they smoke that?
This is smoked either out of a bong, pipe, chalice, whatever you prefer to call it, or some people take it and lace it with their marijuana, and they smoke it that way. It just depends on your tolerance level to the medicine.
My name is Jay Johnson. We're in one of the dispensaries. We're with one of the patients here at the Holistic Caregivers. You're a patient. You don't mind us filming you for this documentary, do you?
I don't mind at all.
What's your name?
Eric.
And Eric, if you don't mind my asking, what kind of ailment do you have?
I have chronic back pain, back injury. A long time ago, I was hit by it was a drunk driver in a car accident, and ever since then, I've had a lot of really bad back pains and neck pain.
Let me just ask this: how does the prescription medication affect you? Obviously, you want to use an alternate drug, which is marijuana. Just tell me how that affects you and why the choice of medical marijuana.
They don't relieve any pain as much as marijuana does. The pills that the doctors give are just, I think, just mentally they screw me up a lot more.
Marijuana being the #1 cash crop in California and probably in the United States, the government has lost a handle on reeling in the finances and the economics involved in that. And since they've lost a handle on it, they don't want to see anybody else benefit from it, so they like to either reel it in or cut it off.
Have you had any personal problems with the law concerning medical marijuana?
Twice. One time with my son, who was my caretaker, was stopped going through Barstow, and he was since released. Also, I had a problem in Inglewood, a complaint from a neighbor. When the police came out and saw that I had a prescription and a medical marijuana card, basically he told me that I had a get out of jail free card, and he left me alone. But they definitely run little scams in some areas, like in that Barstow area, where they'll arrest you for possession, but they'll charge you with something else, even if it has nothing to do with the case.
But these patients are not criminals, and they should not be treated like criminals.
How can I be safe as a patient?
They have an issue with law enforcement. That's the bottom line. They have chosen to direct a lot of the resources toward attacking patients who are criminals. So until we can differentiate between patients and criminals, then law enforcement is going to be a problem. But it sounds like we're in a political, economic struggle, Jay. These issues are not about honesty, about integrity, about health. They're about politics and economics. So until we resolve those issues, I think it's going to be difficult for us to have any kind of normalcy in this whole issue. Well, our patients come from all ages, all types of backgrounds, all types of conditions. We have many older patients who've been having just chronic pain, and they've been on various opiates, Tylenol, codeine, Vicodin, OxyContin, Narco, various narcotic opiate type medications, and they just don't do very well.
What kind of side effects?
Constipation, itching, lethargy, poor appetite, all types of just decreased energy, liver problems, all types of problems, and they don't feel well. So when they have an alternative that helps them to relieve the pain and not give them all the side effects, they are really thankful. We have patients who have muscle spasticity problems who benefit, lower back muscle spasms, all types of chronic pain, people with migraine headaches. There's no better medicine for nausea. We haven't created a medicine that works better for nausea than cannabis. So cannabis has a wide variety of medicinal purposes, and it works in many conditions. Medical cannabis is not for everyone. It's by no means a panacea for all problems.
We're at one of the dispensaries here on Santa Monica Boulevard, right here in the heart of California, in Hollywood. We're going to go inside and talk to the people and find out directly what's really going on with medical marijuana in California. KC, how you doing? I'm Jay Johnson. I'm doing a medical marijuana documentary about the medical marijuana here in California. Wow. Yes, I am. You need my paperwork? There you go. What, you mean you gotta like make a phone call, call my doctor?
Yeah, when we call the doctor, we're gonna verify you as a patient.
So I can't come in until then?
Until then, you just have a seat right there, okay?
Okay.
Alright, thanks, Jay.
Oh, you can't see nothing. I mean, they got cameras up here, and security cameras.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Welcome to Zen Healing, man.
What's it called?
Zen Healing.
Zen Healing. What does Zen stand for?
Carlin, man.
Is that what that means?
Yeah.
This is marijuana, right? I mean, like weed, chronic, reefer.
That's what it is. We call it medication around here.
You have edibles too. I understand you have some things that you can eat and get actually medicated if you don't want to smoke.
We have edibles, and pardon me for our case being a little bit lean, but we have some very popular edibles that we can't seem to keep in stock right now.
They just buy them up.
They buy them up.
Is this real chocolate and real mint? And
Belgian,
what is this right here?
Belgian chocolate. These are high healers. These are all organic, all vegan.
This is the popcorn. What is this menu?
Yeah, man.
So you have this menu here?
That's our edibles menu.
That's for the edibles? This menu here is for your hash?
Yeah, we definitely have medicated popcorn.
In the bag?
In the bag, microwavable.
How did this happen?
You asking me like I know? I don't even know. The edibles are really starting to get very popular because there's a lot of people that are sick and they can't smoke.
No smoke, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're being prescribed medical marijuana, but they still can't smoke. They might have lung cancer or something. So what do you do for those people?
Have you tried this?
Have I tried the popcorn?
You never watching a movie? You sit there and watch a movie and just get
I haven't tried it yet, but I think next time I have a blockbuster night, I'm gonna use the popcorn.
Use the popcorn.
Popcorn.
Sour Diesel, Jack Harrop, Purple Bubba, Odyssey, Master CHUCH, and you have various different prices. How do you know what to charge?
Basically, when we do a charge, it's basically what it costs us, what was our cost on it, and then we make the necessary.
For the compassion part of it, you just basically pass it on, cover your costs to run the facility, pay your help, pass it on to them, make sure they get medicated.
Yeah.
What's the problem in California with the police breaking in and taking money? What's going on?
I don't know. It's a fickle situation right now. I really honestly feel like until they can get the legislation on the books that they can tax, they're going to keep coming in and taking what they want. Basically, they're coming in and robbing the place blind, and we have to fix what they broke and get back to work like the next week after that. So it's a tough situation. I mean, we're all kind of like on pins and needles every day when we come to work because we don't know if we're going to get raided today or is it going to be tomorrow. Are we giving them a reason to raid us? You know, what really is the situation? And a lot of times we're just kind of like playing it blind. We play it as safe as possible. We follow all the rules and the guidelines, and hopefully we don't give them a reason to raid.
Yeah, but you actually have patients who are sick. I mean, I've talked with patients with tuberculosis. You have patients that come in here who need this medication.
Well, there's most people that come in here that have like serious ailments like cancer or HIV, glaucoma. They're just really trying to take care of their pain. We have patients too that have like problems sleeping or problem eating. You know, that those people need that medication too.
Hello, Apothecary Collective.
This is apothecary. Exactly what does apothecary mean?
It's an old word for pharmacy. It's a provider of herbs and remedies and stuff.
Oh, I see. You have all kinds of patients that come in here. These patients need this medication, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
What kind of sicknesses do they have?
Cancer, AIDS, MS, depression.
Just pretty much a lot of different things that marijuana is good for. Your facility, they've been passing out letters, the government has been issuing letters to the landowners saying not to renew the leases to the dispensaries. Have you gotten a letter?
Yes, I have.
What's gonna happen?
Well, I look at it as harassment towards the landlords and all that. If we're doing something wrong, why don't they come and shut us down like when we're doing it? Why do they let it go on for such a long period of time, you know? People had to fight to make it legal, and now we have to fight to keep it legal.
Well, for back pain, we definitely recommend indica, which would be the mango kush or the kush.
So there's different kinds. What's the difference?
One's more of a pain reliever, one's more of a mood elevator. Yeah, this one will relax you, but this one will put you to sleep.
Yeah, so all you need to do is bring in your medical form and a valid ID.
You have a dispensary, the Compassionate Consulting for Wellness Center.
Yeah, actually it's not a dispensary. It's a physician's office, alternative medicine, where we prescribe recommendations for medical marijuana.
Oh, I see. So you have doctors on staff, and you have people that come in, and doctors see them to determine whether they need, and you recommend.
Right. Recommend the use of medical marijuana.
Well, how does it work? What's the process?
The process is people will come in and they have specific ailments that they feel they need assistance for the use of medical marijuana. So they come in and they bring their medical records that show that they have specific ailments or problems, and then the doctor evaluates their records, and then from there they can legally recommend medical marijuana for use in their ailments.
And so once that's done, they can go to dispensaries, and pharmacies, kind of like dispensaries, and pick whatever kind of medical marijuana suits their needs.
Correct.
And from my understanding, indica and a sativa would be different from your need, depending on what your need is.
They have extreme different properties of healing, so it depends what your ailments are and what works best for you.
All right, we're here with Wayne Justman, and Mr. Justman, what is it exactly that you do? What's your capacity in this event with this medical marijuana?
First of all, I'm a patient. I'm 18 years HIV positive. I live in San Francisco, and I started with Dennis Perone in late 1993 and the early part of 1994 when Dennis had a dispensary in San Francisco that was making cannabis available to folks who were HIV/AIDS positive. We soon outgrew the facility there in San Francisco and moved to a larger facility that we heard spoke of today at 1444 Market Street. For some 3 years, 2 of these years before Proposition 215 was even into existence. 215 was passed 1996. We're talking about 1994, where we were providing people the fresh access to medical cannabis and a space that they could enjoy that. So we worked with Dennis, and of course in 1996, Proposition 215 was passed. Dennis's facility was closed in 1998. In 1997, myself and 3 other fellow patients opened a facility in San Francisco, the San Francisco Patients Cooperative. It is still open today. I was just there a few weeks ago to speak at its 7th year anniversary of its opening. And at the present time, I advise a number of the facilities in San Francisco. I advise 2 facilities down here in West Hollywood. I worked with the West Hollywood officials in their documentation of what medical cannabis in its dispensary should be. And I'm here in particular this week to lend my energy to a group of people who want to go to Venice, California, out here by the ocean, and open a medical cannabis facility. And they've asked to use my expertise and interest interest in that. And then one thing finally, as we spoke before, about 6 years ago, there was just a small contingent of us, maybe 15 or 20, Richard and Paul Scott, and many of the people that we've seen here today, marched around this particular property in recognition of medical cannabis and its need here in here, both from what we've learned in San Francisco and then here in Los Angeles, to further implement Proposition 215, and then also to have more facilities that were necessary. So all that being said, that's what brings us here today.
Well, you heard it here first. I don't know where you're going to get this kind of information. Right here, I'm Jay Johnson. We're just chilling here in California. It's medical marijuana. Skin up one. I got the information here somewhere. This is a rally and protest against the DEA raids on medical cannabis patients and caregivers. So we're going to roll up over there. It says, "Come spank the DEA and thank the LAPD."
In fact, I was followed for 2 years from Fresno all the way down to as far as San Diego.
We're here. We're going to go down here and see exactly what's going on. There is a legal battle between the federal government and the state concerning legal marijuana here in Southern California. Let's go take a look.
Yes, I was followed to a medical clinic in Oakland on Telegraph, and an officer, Dale Coningsby, followed me into the medical clinic, and warrants were served on my properties in Fresno County 2 days later. 500 plants were confiscated, and I was arrested, put in jail, and my bail was made at $680,000, of which I could not make this bail. So for 45 days, I sat in jail with almost suicidal depression, which anyone could imagine.
HIV, just aging, MS, chronic pain from accidents, illnesses, or war injuries. Would you deny them the access to medication to alleviate their suffering?
So what you're saying is now after bail, you went to court.
Yes.
Now what happened when you went to court?
One of the things that happened when I went to court was I was given a court order, which was signed by Superior Court Judge Nunes in Fresno County, and this court order enabled me to grow, possess, and transport medical cannabis while out on bail to avoid further prosecution from these officials. It took me about a year to get back on track, but I've been growing the entire time.
So you're growing now?
Yes, currently, and doing better than ever.
An undercover agent came in there and attempted to register. He didn't have a letter of recommendation, and when the staff told him he had to leave, security realized at that time that the agent had a gun and a radio on, and so the security guard then started asking the person, identify yourself, identify yourself. The staff thought that they were getting ready to be robbed. They thought that this was somebody coming in getting ready to rob them. At that point, the agent called into his radio, "Please don't hurt me," at which point 8 to 10 agents kicked in their front door. No warrant, no provocation, not being assisted by the LAPD. They just came in and decided to try to make an example of this collective.
I can't comment too much about what has happened, but let's say if there is a scenario where an undercover agent comes in and tries to to purchase cannabis without a valid recommendation. I can tell you this right now, based on the dispensaries that I've dealt with in the past, they're always turned away, and there's no reason for these dispensaries to provide access to people who don't have a valid recommendation, and that's not what they're doing here.
Well, with all the confusion over Proposition 215, the fight against the state and government, I thought it would be a good idea to get some perspective where marijuana is legal. So I traveled to Amsterdam. Now that's Holland. The Netherlands. Anyway, I stopped by the Cannabis College and a few other places that may surprise you. Also, did you know that marijuana, organic mushrooms, and prostitution is legal here in Amsterdam.
Some good ass weed.
I'm Jay Johnson here in Amsterdam. We're at the HEMP College, the HEMP Cannabis College University. It's where you learn to smoke, learn to grow, learn how and what hemp is made of. And this is one of the trees of hemp. We're gonna go inside and talk to a manager in just a little bit. We're talking with, what's your name?
Lorna.
And Lorna, are you the proprietor or the manager of this location?
I'm the manager here. Yeah.
What is the Cannabis College?
Well, we're a free information centre about everything to do with cannabis and hemp. A lot of people who come to Amsterdam only know about the smoking side of this lovely plant, which is great, but we also like to educate people about all other wonderful uses. So here we have lots of displays with hemp. We have a hemp wall, hemp snowboards, hemp clothing. We've got information about hemp for biomass diesel. And as well, we also give a lot of information about medical uses of marijuana. There's a lot of people out there who could have a lot of their ailments healed and treated by simply using cannabis. Here we like to give loads of information about vaporizing, which is lovely. And also we have a garden downstairs. It's very special. In Holland you're not officially allowed to grow under lamps, so we are allowed to grow 5 lovely big plants downstairs, and we teach people about organic growing, because if you need cannabis as medicine, the last thing you want is chemicals in your system. So here we show people to grow in dirt with love and laughter and make our plants nice and healthy.
And you mentioned people and patients who are medicating. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, the situation here in Holland is a lot different to the situation in America and California particularly. Here, as a medical patient, you can go to a doctor and you can get a prescription for medical grade cannabis to buy in any pharmacy. The problem is, the marijuana available in the pharmacies here is not necessarily the correct type of cannabis for certain illnesses. For example, you need a more indica variety if you've got muscle problems, and you need a more sativa variety if you're suffering from nausea. And quite often patients have been given the wrong type of marijuana, and it's more expensive than it is in some of the coffee shops. One of the good things about our garden downstairs is that here in Holland you're allowed to grow 3 plants per person or 5 plants per household outdoors under natural sunshine, so we can teach people about how to grow their plants nice and big, because there's no limit on the size, only on the number. So we can teach medical patients, pop a seed in a pot outdoors on your balcony in May, you've got something to smoke, or vaporize in October, and it's nice.
All right, my brothers and sisters, my name is Jay Johnson. As you well know, we're doing a documentary about the medical marijuana in California. We have come all the way to Amsterdam to find out about the seeds, the medical seeds, and where all this stuff comes from. As you know, in Amsterdam, smoking marijuana is legal. But right now, we're right here at the greenhouse, and this is a cafe. It's a seed company. We're going to be talking with the owner over here. We're going to find out what's going on with the seeds, the potency, how they grow it, the whole thing, in just a little bit. My name is Jay Johnson, and we are sitting here with the king of cannabis himself, the Cannabis Cup winner so many times. We're doing a medical marijuana documentary of California. We're here in Amsterdam, and I'm talking with Ariane, is that right?
Yeah, that's totally right, man.
With the greenhouse, and you produce seeds. You sell seeds, manufacture seeds. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, we manufacture seeds all over the world. Our goal is to make as much medical seeds as possible, to make as much people happy. We also do recreational seeds and medical seeds, so we're basically in both markets we're working.
Okay, we've got a problem in the United States. Number one, the federal government is saying that it's not legal. The states is saying that it is legal. We have patients who are medicating on this marijuana.
I'm 18 years HIV positive.
And they found that I was suffering from MS.
But I'm a chronic pain patient.
Now, why do you think the government would want to stop this, when no one has ever died from marijuana?
Well, the whole drugs policy in Holland started 30 years ago. Yeah, we had the vision here that we should separate the markets from hard drugs and soft drugs. In Holland, we call cannabis a soft drug, and the hard drugs is heroin, cocaine, all the other stuff. Basically, the word soft drugs is a wrong word because it's not a drug; it's a herb. But anyway, we started like that. What we can say, and that's how I was stop my seminars, end my seminars, is that after 30 years of this Dutch experiment with 50 million people, and then the other countries always saying that if you smoke cannabis, you go automatically to the hard drugs abuse, the stepstones theory from America. We basically proved after 30 years that this is totally false. This country here where we're living in right now has 700 coffee shops, and we can prove that we have the lowest amount of HIV people, we have the lowest amount of hard drugs abuse, we have the lowest amount of sex-related diseases. So this system is really working in this country. Now, the reason why it's illegal all over the world is pure politics. Politicians tend to use war, drugs, all kinds of things to get re-elected. And the problem is now, if one politician is going to scream that he is in favor of legalizing marijuana, he won't get elected because people don't know about cannabis. They don't know it's a herb. They don't know it's good for humankind. And they don't know never nobody died of smoking cannabis. This is the big problem. They think it's the same as heroin. Now, it's also influenced by the big pharmaceutical companies that have absolutely no interest of legalizing marijuana because it will take away a big part of their profits. Same for the alcohol industry. You can imagine there is a secret report of Heineken, that's the second biggest brewery of the world after your American Budweiser. They did an investigation on the cafe coffee shops that, as we speak, don't exist anymore, but there was a 40% less intake of alcohol. Yeah, so you can imagine if you are a stockholder of a big alcohol company, it's not very interesting to legalize marijuana because when people smoke marijuana, they drink less alcohol. So all those things together, and then we have the church that is against everything, of course, they're scared that you think about something else. So those three main factors made cannabis illegal until the day now. And it's a shame, you know, because the doctors, the police, the governments all say that taking cannabis is good for your health, not bad for your health. If even doctors are subscribing it for a disease, how can it be bad? You know what I mean? And even then, the power of the conservative is so strong that they still can ban it. But one day will come that we will win. One day.
What made you? Is this all a part of what made you get into medical marijuana and growing seeds?
And the reason I got involved is when I was really young. I grew up in Africa and Asia. I met an old medicine man in Thailand, and he told me all about this herb, and he told me you should start growing it indoor because it's very, very interesting. It cures people. He cured heroin addicts with it in Thailand at that time. So it got my attention, and I started working with it, and 20 years later we won 31 Cannabis Cups.
That we're talking about the Cannabis Cup here in Amsterdam, where they have a festival every year, and all the growers come together and they submit their strains. And you have been winning practically every year. Am I correct in hearing this?
Yeah, we win a lot, yeah. But basically nearly every year we win it. Sometimes we skip a year, we become second, but yeah, that's all in the game. So. And it's just our strong point is that we travel a lot. We know the world very good. We know where the good genetics are, and we are very, very good growers. And I think the best thing of we are very good in taste. We know what certain people like from Japan. We know what people like from America. We know what people like from Spain. And we are also the only seed company in the world that has 4 coffee shops. There's no other seed company that has coffee shops. So when we cross a new variety, we make a new hybrid, we can put it on the menu here for 2 months, make a few kilos, and see the reaction of the people before we produce it as a commercial seed strain or as a medical strain. And we also have like a few hundred patients. They all try our stuff out. So we have a big advantage. Basically, we have a live laboratorium of walking people that we can try out our new products on. And we are the only ones in the world who's got that. So
you mentioned hybrid. Yeah. Okay, now I just want to ask you a couple of questions about this. Now I know they have a sativa, I know they have an indica, and a hybrid. What is that?
A hybrid is a cross between different plants. So basically you have 3 big races in marijuana. We call the indica, the sativa, and the ruderalis. The ruderalis is the one that is made for the clothing, that basically has a average of 0.08% THC or lower. Grown a lot in China. Yeah, it's made for clothing, but also all other kind of products. It's a ruderalis. It's not one you should smoke.
To medicate yourself.
The second one is the hazes, found around the equator. You know, it's the tall plant. Basically, you can distinguish the smoking plants between the sativa and the indica. The indicas are the short plants, big leaves. The sativas are the long ones, more high. The other one's more stoned.
Okay, now in the United States, the patients are medicating based on a sativa or indica, and I understand the indica is more of a body medication.
More a body high, and sativa is more a mental high.
So where's the high?
Stoned mental high, we should say.
Okay, so where does the hybrid come in? Does it kind of do both?
The problem is that only 6 of the different THCs and THCVs and CBDs are measurable right now, but there are probably another 50 to 70 that we don't know. Now this is what creates the medicine, and this is also the situation that some people say I have a better relief with this plant, and other people say I have a better relief with that plant, and this makes it very, very complicated to create an original medicine, because if it's an original medicine it should be exactly what you get, a standard, and we can't create a standard here. This is one of the problems of cannabis, but at the same time the field of cannabis plants is huge. There are thousands of plants growing in nature, and in there the combination lies for somebody who has glaucoma, or somebody who has arthritis or whatever diseases, to combine these things. And we only can find this out through making seeds, making the cannabis and giving it to certain patients and see how they react.
Once a patient finds out what helps, what relieves them, then they can go and buy the seeds and grow their medication. Am I correct?
Yeah, basically that's the whole thing. Our goal, we sell medical seeds with certain kind of varieties they can buy, and if they feel good with them, they should buy them.
Well, let me ask you something else about hash. Now, I know a lot of people in America don't know anything about hash. They don't have much of it over there. So where does hash come from?
Hash comes from the same plant, of course. Most hash that is sold in Europe comes from Morocco. A little bit comes from Afghanistan. I would say 90% comes from Morocco. It's all imported into this country, or into any other country where it comes from. And it's just made from the plants with a special way of sieving, special way of drying. And they press basically the powder what's on the plant together, and that's it. They make the pollen. So technically in the end, the pure product of smoking herb will be the best.
And I know, again, you mentioned other parts of the world. They not only have a cannabis cup here, but they have them in many other parts of the world. And can you tell me some of the other places that they actually have a festival for marijuana?
Yeah, there's the most festivals are held in Spain. There's a very big group of people are growing cannabis in Spain. There's also a festival in Switzerland. There's a festival in South Africa, and there's a few festivals in America, of course, as we all know, in California. They're all over the world. They're in Canada. You had Canadian festivals. Yeah, it's just basically in Holland. It's the biggest one in the world, of course, because here everybody can smoke legally. So we have every year like 2,000-3,000 people coming down, organized by Hightown. You have to understand in the Dutch system that all the marijuana is basically illegal, as in the United States, and the only place where it's legal is the place where we sell it from. All the coffee shops have a permit for 500 grams, but everything outside the coffee shop is illegal. So it's very difficult for us to maintain a very, very good menu for the customer.
Oh, I see, but going back to what you said earlier, this is a way of controlling everything, so they allow it.
Exactly. For the police, of course, it's really good, and also for for the government. We see that this system works. If you want to buy drugs, you go to a coffee shop, or you buy cannabis here, and you don't have to send the people out on the street where they buy cannabis in one hand and heroin in the other hand. And this is the base of the Dutch drug policy. It's put under the health department. We consider people who take drugs here in Holland, if they take heroin, we consider them a patient and not a criminal. And from there on, the whole Dutch drugs policy has evaluated, and this is the reason we have coffee shops, and to make sure that even also the young kids, don't get influenced by heroin or cocaine or that kind of stuff. On the back of the bobblehead, if you can see, we put all the varieties we became champion with, creators of champions, we call ourselves. This is our thing. We like to create new tastes for the herb. So here's the White Widow, the White Shark, the Hawaiian Snow, Silver Haze, Arians Ultra Haze, and many more.
Wow, it's a lot of information here. We're at the greenhouse again in Amsterdam talking to the king of cannabis, Ariane himself. Has his own bobblehead doll. But he's giving us a lot of information regarding the medical marijuana. Is there anything else you'd like to say to the people in America regarding medical marijuana?
Well, I hope one day for those people it's going to be legal and they can buy our seeds, because I think our seeds have great potential for all those sick people all over the world. And it's just a pity that some governments still think different while patients are suffering. So I hope that will be one day solved.
Okay, we're inside Hemp Works. It's a store that has everything made of weed. This is Adam, and he is the owner of the store. All of these things are made of marijuana. How is it possible? Purses, you got wallets, you have shirts, pants, coats, hats.
Well, it's pretty much anything that you can imagine can be made out of hemp. It's the most diverse plant in the world. If you've ever looked into The Emperor Wears No Clothes from Jack Harrar, he listed over 50,000 uses of cannabis hemp. Everything from dynamite to clothing to plastic to oil to fuel to fiber to medicine. It's everything.
Okay, I'm Jay Johnson. I'm at the Hoodlum headquarters. I'm with Adam, and what's your name, Jim? Terry, and he's about to give us a tour of the Hoodlum headquarters. That's all made of hemp.
We made one for Snoop Dogg last year, Bulletproof.
Oh, that's the Bulletproof jacket right there. I'm not about to test being shot. I am just going to try it on. How about that?
Might be a lucky day.
Whoa. Wow. Oh man, that's is this like what they wear in the army? Which is a big there's
Oh my God.
We're gonna go to the Skid Row, where brothers and sisters are selling marijuana on the streets. They're selling to youth, they're selling to kids, they're selling to adults, they're selling sex. And this is one of the things that happens when you get in a situation where you try to control something that people are gonna do anyway. In Skid Row is selling marijuana. I know he's selling to some of the kids on the street. I don't know if he gonna like this or not, but hey, my brother, how you doing?
What's up with the camera?
Oh no, I'm doing a documentary about no, it ain't like that, man. I'm doing a medical marijuana documentary, man. It's about the dispensaries and the weed. Oh, don't pull your car out, man. Don't do that. So no. I'm doing a medical marijuana documentary. I just want to get an interview, you know, about how the dispensaries is hurting your business, or if it's not hurting your business. Or, I mean, I'm not gonna put your face on camera. Don't worry about that. No, it's my camera. It's a real good kid. No problem with it. So I just want to talk to you for a couple minutes, man. If that be all right, just for a couple minutes, if that's okay. Can I do that?
Weren't you here last week?
Yeah, man. I got something from you a month or so ago, just because I know you was on the street and I'm doing a documentary.
Stand over here. I don't know. You make me feel.
Well, yeah, I don't want to get the light in there. I just want to ask you a couple of questions, man. I ain't going to interfere with your business. I won't film none of your customers or nothing like that, all right?
What's up?
So I know the medical marijuana, the dispensaries in, how's it hurting your business? I mean, you out here selling to, I see some kids walking up here.
What the fuck is here? Look at me now. I have 21-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20-years, give me an eighth, give me a fucking quarter, an eighth, 2 grams, whatever the fuck they want it. Now, fuck, I get a gram here and there, 2 grams, fucking 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds, stupid little kids.
Well, you selling crack too, aren't you?
I don't give a fuck. Whatever I gotta sell is a good buy right here, you know?
Well, you gotta have a gun in this neighborhood, man?
What the fuck you mean you gotta have a gun? Let's get real, motherfucker, where you at? You know where you're at. Oh my god.
No, I just want to know, you know, like I said, I'm not putting your face on. I just want to know about the medical dispensaries, how that is hurting your business out on the street.
Dispensaries, pieces of shit. They're just another drug dealer with the fucking license. Yo, hold the fuck up.
No. What the fuck with this camera? They back at that shit on my face. I don't want to see my shit.
I'm not gonna film you, man.
Dispensaries. They're trying to close. He's trying to close down the dispensaries and shit.
I'm not gonna film you.
I got a fucking city job. I'm gonna be up in the
same fucking
film,
shit.
motherfucker. You don't get my fucking face. I'm just telling you that. But you so dumb. Chronic. You can't afford that fucking kush.
I'm sure he's not gonna put it on camera.
I'm Alright.
Also, so about how much business you do, how much money you make out here a day?
On a good day, 20 grams, 25 grams now, you know. Before, it was 25 grams, 20 grams, plus fucking 2 3/4, a halfer. You know, now it's fucking everybody wants to go over the fucking what do you call that shit? Varieties?
No, I'm not gonna put you on camera, man.
What the fuck is that?
I'm doing a documentary.
Is my answer? What you want? What the fuck? Where's your brother at? Tell the motherfucker to pay me my money. Why is I be getting no more fucking weed and shit? You know? Motherfucker better be real, man. Fucking fake ass shit. I don't give a fuck. This guy's brother used to buy a lot of motherfucking weed. Now he got a fucking friend. I don't know what. He's hurt his back and he goes gets it. It's fucking stupid.
But you're not only selling weed though. You're selling crack and
weed's only
cocaine too.
It's the only shit I carry. Crack, coke, fucking heroin, anything, crystal, all everything. I got that shit over here. You gotta hide that shit under the pipe. Fucking cops come. I gotta keep on running and shit.
You ever been to jail? I'm sorry.
Excuse me, you got some
Yeah, tell that. That hombre got that crystal already. She wants it.
Alright, thank you, sure.
What's the fucking name? Abuelita.
Alright, sorry.
Oh, here comes this fucking wussy. This fucker's always strung out, dog. Always watch.
Hey, man, what the fuck is this, huh? You got fucking cops out
No,
here?
I'm doing a documentary, man. I'm not gonna put your face on, man.
Nah, fuck that. I ain't trying to buy shit right here. What the fuck is this?
Oh, okay, man. No, I ain't trying to put you on. Don't worry about it, man.
Chavala, don't worry about that.
It look like I'm hurting your business, man.
Fuck that guy.
You want to go ahead
money too.
And if you want to say something to the city officials about these dispensaries, what would you say?
Me as a citizen of this community, I think you should close that shit down, you know? It's just letting people say it's okay with slang, you know? If you're gonna ban the drugs, ban the drugs. Let me fucking worry about you guys around here. Why they gotta worry about all you doing is allowing that shit for them to do it.
I'm not to be personal. Can I see that gun again, man? I mean, not that I'm trying to get into your business, but you pulled out your piece on me, man. Dude, man. Keep that with you all the time?
Every fucking day, 24/7.
One more time.
It's like, you know, a man's best friend. You know, like when you go to work.
I ain't see it one more time.
You gotta make sure you get your fucking, put on your boots. I gotta make sure I get my fucking strap.
I think people should have safe access to marijuana.
I don't want to go to federal prison for simply relieving my pain.
I practice in the area of criminal defense. My name is Sean Tabibian.
I'm 18 years HIV positive.
Well, right now I got MS.
People of the state of California have spoken. That is that you have the right to grow, cultivate, and possess medical marijuana.
I'm Jay Johnson, and that's it. medical marijuana in Southern California and in the United States. It's legal in 13 other states. We have patients using medical marijuana with tuberculosis, with AIDS, with chronic pain. I've talked with a doctor of 25 years emergency room experience, nurses of 12 years. I talk with people who manufacture seeds, people who make clothing, shoes, hats, walls, fuel from hemp. Can hemp be that bad? Alcohol, tobacco, cigarettes kills thousands of people every year, noted and on record. How many people has it been noted that marijuana kills? You be the judge. I'm Jay Johnson. Until next time, we just chillin'. All right, family. That wraps up another fantastic episode of the Reverend Point Blank's Hot Topics and News Bites. We'll see you on the next time on We Just Chillin' Radio. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the music.